GRC and try and bump into my mates down there.
So I got here, can't get in at the moment, no one's returning my calls, so it's not exactly going well, but I look good. Mountain actually hooked me up perfectly. Look, this is the spot, like no one else is here. And there's the track. Well, could I have got a better parking spot? I'm right on the edge of the track. It's practice day, so not a lot happening. Just media rides, and I guess I'm not a media enough, so I didn't get one. Anyway, look, someone's coming. Get out here, boy!
Red wine skid marks.
Hey, you even got the digestives.
I haven't got digestives. Do you know some people have a cigarette after sex?
I have a digestive.
I haven't seen you in so long.
Can I eat this, or is this just a prop?
It's a prop. No, you can eat it.
I'll give it to my mate back there.
He's already eaten his. Look like he had a couple more than his too. Are you, I haven't seen you in so long. It's been a long time.
Every time I think about you...
Does your liver twitch?
No, I just think about roaming the streets of Le Mans, France, and...
I'm going to turn this way so the wind doesn't hit me.
How we're all still alive.
Do you know, they are noisy, aren't they?
And they're only the GRC lights cars.
They're annoying me, those little cars, right in the middle of our nice day out.
Wait till the supercars come out.
I know, they're noisy. Le Mans, this year, you know we made an impact. When were you last there? 6, 8 years ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. People still come and talk about us. They still talk about, when we walk into the little hotel, they go, how easily? How easily?
Monsieur Diffie?
Oh, I tell you, that was good times.
But I always get asked, like you do too, from a driver's point of view, you get asked, I get asked from doing commentary and whatever, oh, you must have a favourite track. And I always think about Le Mans for you and your family, what Le Mans represents in the Bell household, both for you and your dad. And Le Mans is, I can't say the same, okay, because I didn't race there like you did, or win there like you did.
But you did leave your mark.
But for me, I remember vividly being in the pit lane in 1999. The first 2 times I went there were 98, 99. Great year in 98 when Alan McNish won.
Yeah.
It was Porsche's first victory in a long time. And then in 99, BMW won after they had such a terrible year the year before. So they were 2 really great years to be there. It was the beginning of the Audi R8 era, which was so special.
Yeah.
And I was doing a documentary for Network 10 in Australia. And in the second year, there was a renowned broadcaster and media guy called John Smales. And he was with us as well. He was doing the documentary as well. And he said to me in the pit lane there one day, maybe before practice on the Thursday or something like that, and he said, what do you think about all of this? And we were looking up at the grandstand and everything. And I said, oh, it's amazing. Well, I mean, what an incredible place. And he said, no, what do you think about all of this life in the Northern Hemisphere? And I said, oh, it's pretty amazing, I guess. And he said, well, you could be here. You don't have to be stuck in Australian television. You could,
Really?
He said you could do this if you could do this. And within that was obviously the June of.
That was that moment.
That was the moment, and I'd already met Andrew Marriott. And Andrew Marriott then had his company in London, was producing a variety of shows, and at the time I was the V8 supercar commentator in Australia. I was doing motorcycle stuff, I was doing some IndyCar hostings and various things, and that was the June of '99, and in the January of 2000 I was living in London. So,
Wow.
so Le Mans did it for me. Le Mans was that turning
Was your
point for
moment.
me, yeah.
I've never said this to another man, but do you want to come in my motorhome?
Sure.
We're gonna go in. Hold on. We're gonna go in here a second. Let's just do this from here. That's it. I'll move my stuff. So I didn't know that about Le Mans. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I did not know that was your moment. Mate, go and sit around there. You can go around there.
Are you camping in this?
Nah, I'm not camping in it. There, you can go and sit around there, Lee. Slide yourself around. Yeah, it's better in here because we've got the bickies in here.
I think one's enough. Oh.
No? Australians don't do that, do they?
No, we do short.
I'm gonna have one. So,
You know what I was hoping you were going to have were the, so what are these? These are the
Just
McVitties.
yeah.
I was hoping you were going to have the chocolate top McVitties. They're out of control.
you know why I don't? Because my kids would have eaten them all the first day.
And
They're the best.
Did you put them in the fridge?
Oh, eat around the outside. Everyone has their own.
The McVitties are the best.
So, I haven't seen you in so long, and yet our world has changed a lot. What about IMSA right now, then, right? Wow.
It's. I mean, I'm so happy that it's come together the way it's come together, because for so long there was.
I'm not doing this because I don't want your mates to see what I do to you.
No evidence. No, because we've both worked on both sides of it, on the American Le Mans Series side of it and Grand Am, and then so it's all coming together. How's it going to go? They knew that those first few years were going to be exploratory,
Yeah.
at the best, and now look at it. I mean, incredible.
Last weekend, just having Montoya there, having Elio there, having everyone. I mean,
Having
you're
Penske there, having Penske
there,
back.
and Yost coming in. I'm excited. I think we're on a cusp of greatness, but
Oh, I think there's a lot.
whether it involves us, I don't know.
There's a lot going on.
This was sad for you. Formula One.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, as we know, nothing lasts forever. We just wanted it to last a little bit longer. Obviously, the new regime at Formula One management have their ideas about what they would like to achieve in the, I'm not even going to say TV market, I'm just going to say in the broadcast/streaming market for Formula One in the United States. So, sadly, we couldn't continue, but we had we've still got several races to go, but we've had a great run, and it's been a fun 5 years, and I think we definitely contributed to the product. Speed Channel had it for so long and did a wonderful job, and then we picked up there, and then we put our NBC stamp on it, and
Who knows what's going to be with
and
this?
who knows what's going to happen in the
But
future.
change happens to us all. I mean, we're lucky we're still. I mean, you're from Australia, like you said, made your way over here. It's a big deal. I'm an ex-driver, and we do what we do. I think we're lucky.
Yeah.
Do you? And you have Townsend. That's always a drag, though, isn't it? Oh, I must tell you, I spoke to Magnus. I saw him on the way down, and I told him what you had told me about about meeting him in the restroom, and he didn't think you washed before you shook his hand.
Well, I saw him.
But it doesn't look like it would make much of a difference, does it?
But I saw him. I was on a hiding to nothing. He put out his hand for me to shake, and
Between the
between
urinal
the
and
and
the
the
sink.
hand wash, exactly.
That's like a red zone for men. You don't. It's the.
And I said, Magnus, and he turned around and he's like, Lee, and he put his hand out, and I wasn't going to go like that, so I just had to do it.
Well, so you're bonded,
Yes.
like tight. But you're going to do the Olympics again.
Off to Pyeongchang in February, there for basically the whole month of February, and doing bobsled, skeleton, and luge. And last time around, I can't believe the 4 years from Sochi, from Russia to now. It's been
I can't believe
4
it's
years.
4
It's like, the venue that I worked at, because everyone talks about their venue,
Yeah.
and whether you're up in the mountains doing the extreme skiing or you're down at the ice skating or wherever you are, everyone talks about their venue, and then there's we have to, as you know, in broadcasting you can't show any bias, you can't have any favourites, but of course you're interested in Team USA,
Yeah.
right? That's what we're the American broadcasters, so you wonder how the American athletes are going to do, and that kind of dictates a lot of your time there. And it was in Russia for me and the team that I was part of. Team USA really did well in bobsled and in luge and in skeleton. There were medals across all three of the disciplines, and I tell you, mate, there's nothing better than being part of a broadcast and calling an exciting race or an historic race, with Tom Christensen winning Le Mans for a record time, etc. But when you're at the Olympics and Team USA is winning medals, it just lifts you. And then also, sadly, the doping scandal involving the Russian athletes, obviously that tarnished the games in Sochi. But I got to tell you, when the Russian athletes were winning gold medals, you would have thought the roof was going to come off the venue that I was at. I mean, it was, it was goosebump material. And
you're lucky to have done that. My grandfather worked on the broadcast of the 1968, 67, 68 Mexico Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah, he was with the BBC.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he wasn't on air, but he worked with our biggest broadcast, and he was like a producer and right hand man.
And it's really
have the badges and stuff. It's cool. Yeah.
And the pins are big. That's a big deal to get the Olympic pins, and everyone. It's actually a currency. I didn't know this before getting to the games, but whether it be people at security when you're walking into the venue, whether it be volunteers, everyone trades in them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it's like a currency. Oh, I have one of those, but I don't have. Could I trade you one of these for that?
Oh, right.
Everyone wants something, like whether they want an NBC Olympic pin or they want a BBC Olympic pin. So everyone's always trading them. So it's quite interesting.
Do you think that? That has made you? I mean, doing other sports like that, because I know you've always done other sports. Do you think it's made you better at racing? Because they're so detailed, some of that. You have to make a lot out of a little, don't you? Because they're going.
Yeah, I tell you what it has made me better at. I don't necessarily know whether it's made me better at calling motorsport races, but it's made me a better storyteller. And that was the big thing that I learned from my first Olympics. For as long as I'd been in TV prior to my first Olympics, the NBC way and the emphasis that's put on, okay, well, here's a race or whatever it might be, and this person wins. Well, that's only part of the story. What's their story? What's the story behind them? How did they get into that position to win? Or what is their road to the Olympics, whether it's their first or it's their fifth? Or what is the story? 3 broken legs, comes back, wins gold. That's the story. It was bankrupt, destitute, someone turned them onto this sport, and all of a sudden they're an Olympic. So many people have amazing stories. Do
you do the Paralympics? Was that something different?
I've never done the Paralympics.
Wow.
I have friends and colleagues who've done it, and they tell me that it is incredibly uplifting.
Oh, I bet it is.
It is amazing when you see what the athletes have been through. Now, whether it was from birth or whether it's been from an accident or whether it's been from a disease, and their mental strength and determination to not only A, to survive, B, to exist and to live, but then to become an Olympic athlete is pretty awe-inspiring.
You're talking about something meaningful and sincere, and suddenly I was having flashbacks.
Where is this going?
I was having flashbacks of railway lines in France and a fine dining establishment in Daytona.
All the backstories of our motorsport.
That's the
travels
book that we can't write until everyone we know when we were younger is dead, and then the book's got to come out, because that's the book that would work.
At Le Mans, there wouldn't be so many stories if they didn't lock the tunnel under the train station for us to get home to our hotel.
You have no idea the trouble. At midnight.
It wasn't even that late.
It was 11 then.
I think it was 11.
And I remember you being chased down the lines by a bloody great big Alsatian, German Shepherd, and an angry French security guard. All
I was trying to do was to get home, get to bed, get some sleep.
That was the kind of guy
he was. I thought about taking a shorter route. But
yeah, through it was funny, they've upped security since you were there. They really have. They've made it a lot more secure. But
Don't let my mum see this video. Or my wife.
Would you? No, but I was the bad boy. Lee was the voice of reason, which makes you understand quite what a low I was at the time. We miss you there. We miss you. We miss you. This is the only time I see you. I'll let you get on. You got to work. I'm going to. I think I might just stay here. I could live in this place.
You've got a TV. You've got a refrigerator. Behind the camera. Was that digestive?
I'd offer you water, but I forgot it.
That's how meaningful this interview's been. Yeah, you got a bathroom back there. You got your bed there.
Basically, it's a bit like a Japanese hotel room. Within 3 foot of the same thing, you can perform your 3 most important bodily functions.
And that's not even just a microwave. That's actually a grill and an oven. I'm gonna go to the beach in it now. All right, I love you, man. See ya. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna see you soon. We're gonna watch. And next time you come to LA, you're gonna come. We need dinner. You come stay at my house.